Hi, I'm Arcadian Brown, and I'm going to unpack a very nice topic: immediacy, time displacement. But before we get into that even interesting part of it, whether you're a coach, counselor, whether you're a person at home, whatever religion you are, or spiritual belief you are, look here, this is a lovely metal tree, and what we have here are nice little balls. So if you have a client that comes in, we won't even say client, but you have a person of interest that comes in, that you have this joint relationship, any burdens they have, any anxiety issues they have, what I do is I pop this off and they get to put the message in. And then every 3 months, we all connect together as a tribe, as a unit. You know, the people say, I'm looking for my tribe. Well, we connect, we have a feast, and we don't know whose message is in which bottle that gets attached to the tree. But what we do is we burn it away. We burn all the burdens away, and we enjoy merry, merry moments in time and connectivity. The figure 8, you know, the omnipresence of the collectiveness in everything. So back to immediacy and mind shifting. Have you ever been in a situation where you're sitting with your partner, with a friend, you want to have a good time, but this angst gets you, and then all of a sudden, trigger, I'm back in 1969. You might not have been born there, but you feel you're there. You feel like you're on a acid trip of note, dropping Dr. Hoffman's, and your brain is like, oh, what in Lord is happening here? What is happening? Well, these aspects are important when it comes to anxiety. You know, our minds shift. Our minds kind of trick ourselves. And our minds can be hurtful. Our experiences can be hurtful. This is why coaching and talking to people, unpacking your thoughts with people are so important. Oh, there's like our healing dog. I would be wearing my glasses. Actually, let me put them on. I'll show you. You can look up really close. That's what our healing dog did to our glasses. She thought it was a nice treat. She had a good old merry time with them. That's when we practice the stop process. You know, when you put things in perspective, stop, take a deep breath, observe, look at everything, get a full picture, play it over in your head. Do I give like a hiding, or do I understand? Hold on 1 second. You know, she's a puppy and puppies chew. And then you proceed with things at work. But back to mind shifting. So internally, you have a trinity. And in different religious aspects as well, you also have a trinity. For the sake and hypothetically, the hypothetical issues regarding, because this is American-based hosted program, I'm going to go with Christianity. So, you know, in Christianity, you have the Holy Trinity. You have God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. They're all separate. They're all different entities, right? But together, they make up GD. I'm using GD because God in essence has 72 names. And yes, it is Kabbalah orientated. And if you're Christian, you would say God as well. It's not disrespectful in any aspect. And if people do think the way that you speak about your religious aspects or your spiritual health, then, you know, that's on them. It's not on you. But the point being is that with the aspects of the Holy Trinity internally, you can say you've got a trinity. You have your ego, you have your pain body, and you have your inner child. Your inner child is not your pain body. Your pain body is not your ego. Your ego is not your inner child, and vice versa. But together and collective, they make up who you are. They make up your transparent collectiveness. And when it comes to anxiety, and it comes to that moment of time where it's like you start freaking out, the first aspect to realize is, where is it? Where's this thought going? Where in my body am I feeling it? And if you take in the notion or if you can consider the concept that internally you have these three different facets that make up your collectiveness, then is it your pain body? Is it your inner child, or is it your ego? Now bear in mind that your ego likes to, brag a little bit sometimes. Sometimes it likes to just be cool. It all depends if you're an extrovert, introvert. You might be an ambivert, which is a mixture of the difference between an extrovert and an introvert. But your pain body likes to cause trouble, likes to cause a lot of trouble. And sometimes what the pain body does is it says, hey, ego, right here, follow me, my way rocks, my way's cool. But it doesn't let your inner child know, or your inner teen know. And that becomes a problem. Because what happens is you listen to these impulses, your ego does. It listens to facets that might be harmful to yourself or harmful to other people. And then you act on it without thinking. Where does that get you? I'm just asking a question. The choices on how to act and behave in situations totally rely and relate to how you process and how you do things. But if you're in a situation and your pain body is saying, follow me, my way rocks. Hey, there's a line of cocaine. Have one more line. There's some wine, some whiskey. Have another glass of whiskey. You already know that the consequences are going to be catastrophic, but yet you're still doing it. So you're relating yourself to your pain body. But it's done in secret. There's in Afrikaans, they call it agter aan die venster. As a mens gaan agter die venster. In other words, they go behind the fence of a topic and they're not transparent. But when your ego does it and your body acts on it, then your inner child finds out. And that's where the drama comes. Because now your inner child gets a little bit upset, gets a little bit jealous. And it's like, besides the argument your inner child's going to have with your pain body, your inner child is going to start relaying factors of guilt onto your ego. Like, hey, you have some self-esteem issues. You have some self-worth issues. You need to put up defense mechanisms. Your ego kicks in and says, okay, whoa, I can't handle this. I'm putting up defense mechanisms. Now, this is all happening internally, right? But what about your social context? What about the people around you? What about your children, your mum, your dad, your wife, your husband, your animals? So a simple tip and technique is identification. When you experience a moment, remember your pain body likes negative comfort zones. It craves it. And when you start practicing mindfulness and you start practicing these aspects to become more truthful to yourself and truthful to other people, truly truthful, truly transparent, the pain body gets upset and it's going to try to convince your conscious mind to do things to create a form of self-sabotaging. But if you identify an issue in life and you identify facets that work for you through mindfulness and through the national anxiety and depression awareness week. I always got it wrong, 2022, hosted by mylife.com, and they've got some lovely speakers that are talking. But the point I'm trying to get across, that there comes a time in everyone's life where they have to face their shadow self. And to do that is hard. It's challenging. So it's important, if you have anxiety, if you do suffer from depression, to be transparent on a social level. So you talk to your partner about it. Say, look, I am depressed. There's no shame in admitting that you're willing to change. If you suffer from anxiety, there's no shame in saying, whoa, I get really stressed out at times. There's no shame in it. Men who talk heal, women who talk heal. Here's a nice trick. I've got this for my clients. Got to you actually. Rubik's Cubes. If someone's got a little bit of anxiety and I give it to them and I say, while we're talking, try to work this out. And then they're doing their little bit. Now all of a sudden their mind's not drifting back to the past or the future. And you can actually have a nice one-on-one decent conversation with someone. So in essence, if you have a triggering moment from an experience that happened in your past, just internally take ownership first before you start projecting, before you start doing transferences onto other people. What role did I play in this? Okay, was this my pain body? Was this my unconscious? Was this my inner child? Was it my subconscious? Or was it my ego? Was it my conscious mind? And once you establish that, then you can start to establish facets on how to fix it. Right? I've got my lovely life partner, Star Brown, behind there. She's doing the film gig, and I have our healing dog, Laika. So, from a point of medical aspects, yes, you can go the medical route as well. The choice is yours. Or you can practice mindfulness techniques. But if you are on any medicine, I please urge you, do not just stop anything. Do everything under consult, under your GP and under the regulations with whoever you are being counseled by professionally. And just take it from there. But identification. Past issue. Yeah, it's a past issue. Why does it rear itself in the moment? Why does my pain body want me to feel this again? Because it likes that negativity. It likes it like a smack addict likes heroin. But once you start realizing, hold on, this is pain body associated, my pain body orientated, then it becomes aware. Your body becomes aware, your conscious mind becomes aware. And over time, with enough practice, you can create an internal transparency with the stop process. And there'll be a link below this video on the stop process and how it actually works. So it's just about putting things into perspective before proceeding and acting, and allowing you to live a more fulfilling life. Well, I hope this short little talk on immediacy and time shifting and how to shift it actually helps you. And if you're struggling with it, there is a stream of individuals that help coach people, and they have got street cred. And just look them up on their designated pages under the National Awareness of Anxiety, National Anxiety Awareness and Depression. No, hold on. National Anxiety and Depression Awareness Week. So on the platforms that you're on, which whatever country you're in, there will be a coach that is more than willing to just listen. And much love and light. What we're going to do now is, now that we've got that out of the way, I'm just going to run through a nice short cartoon and break that whole concept down so you can really get this concept. And I'm going to run through some facets on medical aspects that will help your body just to realign itself. And then lastly, some natural ways to increase your endorphins in a nice way. So thank you for your time. mybestlife.com. Thank you for organizing this and all the other people. I know it's a joint venture that's been done globally, and it took a lot of effort from everyone. So that's it. Much love and light.